Welcome back to the 2014 North American League Championship Series. No.
It's
North
not
American
the
Collegiate
League
Championship
Series. The North American.
Time for Game 3 in this title fight between Sergio's Dream from San Jose State and University and the Blue Caster Minions from the University of Washington. The next game to take out a Nexus, team to take out a Nexus, will officially earn the title of Best College Team NA.
Absolutely, and Blue Caster Minions.
Pretty good title.
Had a much better start to Game 2. They did not give RXC/Cassidy. And also, at the start of the game, they had a very good early game. You know, Haramer, what was it? Haramer?
Yes.
Helped pull the Game 2 win with his blitz power fist. He finished 0-2-17. I love that pick. And after losing Game 1 to SGD.VN, Alliance got revenge with Lucian that time. 6-1-10. But honestly, Haramer's blitzcrank helped out with most of those.
It's going to be a pretty crazy matchup between these two teams. We've already seen some amazing stuff, and I don't think it's going to be any different coming into Game 3.
A lot of aggressive
When you get a Game 3, that means both teams have seen the cards that have been dealt, put on the table, the hands that have been played, and now they got to come up with something completely different.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Sometimes they try to use it again.
In a lot of longer series like this, the series doesn't really start until both teams win a game because they both shown their best strategy and they both kind of had a shot at it. So now they go to their second best strategy. Their best things are going to be countered by picks and bans, by play style, by maybe counter picks.
Right.
They felt each other out. They know what their tricks are. They know what their early game jungle paths are. They know how people play in lane. You know, all bets are off now.
This is kind of the way, even with all that said, and we just said all that, I'm going to contradict it and say that I love this situation where you go in saying it's 0-0. Let's make it happen. Forget everything.
Best of one.
And kind of remember it a little bit, right?
Forget everything, except all the lessons from the first two games.
Exactly. But you're going in fresh here. The ban's coming out, something we've seen before. The Kazakhs is going to be banned out. However, Haramer, they have a chance. Get that blitzcrank going again.
Gragas did not work out very well for RXC/.
No.
Ooh. You're hovering over it. Ooh. And they first pick it, too. Bold.
Nice grab there.
That's my word for that. That was very bold. Elise is up. Zed is up.
Pick the show for your first one.
How could we forget about the Sejuani?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's been up the whole time.
It's been up the whole time. We saw Big Fat playing it back in the splits. It's great. Great pickup.
But really.
Oh, you were joking?
Yeah. Walk in.
Looking for that nocturne once again. Oh, taking the Zed. I did not expect that from Everton.
That's more like it.
Yeah, there we go. Pickups coming in. Kevin on back on Elise. They are going to try and go for the same thing again. Zed picked up for Everton. He's been a bit of a focus in the mid lane. We'll see if they can stop that coming in from the side of Sergio's Dream.
Well, with the Kazakhs banned, and you're back against the wall, wouldn't Shakira want to play his main champion? Wouldn't he want to play Teemo? They know he can't get eaten by Kazakhs. What's the worst that could happen?
Nothing.
Nothing bad could ever happen if he picks Teemo, I think.
People would love him. He could also say to his grandchildren that he picked Teemo as well.
Yeah, well, he can already say that.
Well, that's true.
It's like,
Yeah.
I was once.
But in the finals.
On a worldwide stream,
Yeah.
I picked Teemo. They'd be like, I
That's
lost
just a battle
all respect for my grandfather.
that they've won. They got to win the war.
Ooh. Whoa!
A Jinx! Oh, and a Vagar!
Yeah, that's the one. All right.
That's a lot of purple.
Smiles coming out right there. This means a couple interesting things. Loctran, probably jungle Gragas. Obviously, Gragas could go top lane as well, but I'm guessing it's jungle Gragas. And the Vagar is something Skara played in the LCS, also played it a lot in solo queue. It's RXC/'s hidden weapon. Now, we hovered over the Xerath last game. This is his real hidden weapon with Vagar.
That's scary.
I like it.
Vagar's either dumping on your team or getting dumped on, so it's going to be an interesting pick here. We've seen it in the LCS. Didn't happen to work out so well. It was played well. The team. We'll see if SGG can synergize with that a little bit better. The Blitzcrank coming back in, yes, with the Lucian.
They also have the opportunity now, if they wanted the jungle Gragas and mid lane Vagar, to play 2 Yordles. If they decide to go with Teemo. Whenever they pick it early like that and they hover over it, you're like, it's never really going to happen.
No, it's the giveaway.
It's the giveaway. Really, though, a lot of people would say, Well, why would you pick Vhagar against a Zed? Because his ultimate scales off enemy ability power. Barely it scales off any ability power. Sure it does, but that's not the reason people pick Vhagar. Do not worry about that. He'll be fine against Zed.
Holding it out. We'll see if Jakiro.
Top lane. What? Support. Calm down, Jet. Support Vhagar, maybe? What have they just done? They did a Mundo with a Vi. Jungle Vi, top lane, Mundo.
Gragas support. Gragas support. Attack speed crusher.
Yeah, maybe. It could be the Gragas support.
That's weird.
It's all out of order. It's messing me up. Either way, they're saying
They're not even locking in.
Sergio,
BCM is like, what?
This is truly Sergio's dream. They're just like, yeah, just not gonna play with a real support.
The fact of the team
Game 3 of the
name
Collegiate
actually
Championship.
came from this dream one night. This
Yeah.
composition was the one to win the championship game. This
I
is
dreamt that we
Sergio's.
picked Vhagar. Gragas and Mundo and Vi all in the same game.
I like it. Next, all the lanes or all the champions are gonna bump
Yeah.
up one. We're gonna have a hexakill.
Yeah.
So
Support Mundo.
they're moving around.
Stop trading. I want you to calm down.
They got 20 seconds left on the trade, so we'll know
Yeah.
they're locked in when that happens. 20-second on the time, and it will be the final composition that they are locking in for themselves. Jax is going to be the pickup for Kenny Yu. Like that, we've seen Zion Spartan carrying with that very hard in the NALCS. See if Kenny Yu can have the same results.
That's it for Sergio's dream. Support Vhagar. Hey, he's got CC. He
Support.
maxes his event horizon. It's a 2.5-second stun. Area of effect stun.
I'm gonna like it. They buy the
well.
relic shielding, try to get him Q farming as well.
It could work.
Yeah,
It could work right there.
this is cheeky.
This is probably something from their rank 5's history that I should have spotted.
Didn't do enough homework on these guys.
Yeah.
They're so elusive.
Yeah.
This is probably the one composition that they went super far into a game with in like a matchup, and then we're like,
Yeah.
the other team wanted to
just
leave.
quit. Just quit. We don't want them to see it.
It's too good.
We
It's
gotta
too
hide
good.
it.
This is interesting. Both teams knew that. Well, not both teams. Say Sergio's dream knew that they needed to pull out something new for this
Yeah.
game.
And I like the order they picked everything too. Just totally mess with your mind. It'll be like, oh, what the heck are they doing? Definitely mess with my mind. So these teams are more comfortable with each other. Maybe they saw it coming.
You see Sergio's dream, Jakiro right there up front. He was your Teemo player for these guys as they made their way to this matchup, and they are looking, and so is Blue Caster Minions, to take this game.
Yeah.
Take home the medal and take home the victory of the best collegiate team, NA. The first time that can really be said because of all the collegiate leagues being united under one here. It's going to be a grand day for one of these teams.
Yeah, well, looking at Blue Caster Minions, they have 4 out of 5 team members from their previous victory in Game 2.
Mm-hmm.
Jax instead of Kha'Zix is the only difference. The last time that was actually the case between Game 1 and 2 for Sergio's dream, and it cost them horribly. We'll see what happens in Game 3.
Looking to keep it spiced up. We're going to see what Feng Sheng can do. Looks like it is not.
Not yet.
He's going for Dorrance.
He's going to need, like,
They'll get that a little bit later.
he's so squishy.
Yeah.
That's his support.
It'd be interesting. See if he's actually leveled anything up yet.
Nope.
He's waiting.
Yeah, smart players don't level up any skills until right before the first fight. Or to scout brushes.
Mm-hmm.
This is, again, kind of the same thing they did last game if we just flip the map around. They all 5 waited across that very same wall while Blue Caster Minions invaded with Blitzcrank. Let's hope they don't fall victim to the same trick twice in a row. It'll be a very unfortunate way to go out.
BCM kind of reverting to the first game strategy here. Not going to get anything that time. So SGD on blue side, they did win the coin flip, and they chose blue side for the first and the third game, which we are in now. I have won the first game. BCM won game 2 if you're just joining us, and now into game 3. It's only 1 minute. So take your guess. Bet your friends who's going to be taking this one home, because I know there's a lot of colleges rooting for their teams.
Doesn't look like Blitzcrank's getting any big advantages this time.
No,
No
all
invade.
quiet on the home front.
You always wonder how a team's going to play in a situation like this where all cards are on the table. Do they play more aggressive? Do they take more crazy risks? Do they start playing passive again?
No, looks like passive. This is the most passive level 1 we've seen in the 3 games.
It's a very aggressive pick and ban phase, I would have to say. Feng Shen's Vhagar.
Be a very interesting pickup. They're not choosing to do any type of 2v1ing in that lane either. And we got to note that Jinx is in the hands of SJ this game. We haven't seen Jinx for quite some time in the NALCS due to her inability to escape things. Right now, RC/Slash is a little body slamming on Everton, one after the other. Going hard without that W on. It's a little different.
Yeah, Gragas hits you pretty hard. A lot of Gragas' run split penetration runes as well. Oh, there's that stun. There's a hook!
Oh, SJ did not expect that back traded damage. Looks like Locktran coming into the mid lane. He'll be all right.
Jeez.
Once again.
Doesn't even have barrel.
Locktran just leaves lane, and he's like, all right, let's go.
RC/Slash is WE Gragas. Right now with the Dorn Shield. He's just a tank. That's actually, and started Dorn Shield on Gragas as well. Flash, they want to shut it down.
Flash right into the chomps. Very nice job, but they get the pull on the Fang. They're going to be able to walk out of this one. Saw Haramer doing that constantly, the Flash Power Fist initiations for his team. It seems to be working. It's kind of like a Flash Flay, and then you get the grab in.
I really wonder if RC/Slash is even going AP Gragas this game. He's playing like he wants to play a tank Gragas or something. It's not that bad. He's got damage reduction on his W. Yep. I've seen Trinity Force Bruiser Gragases before. You can usually tell from the Runes of Masteries, though. He's got a bunch of AP.
Yeah, 30 AP.
Magic penetration, no armor penetration. It wouldn't make sense. But with the Dorn Shield starting the way he's playing, good lord. Kevin's level 2 Elise. He's like, body slam again, I dare you, is what he's saying right now.
He's timing it. He knows about 3 minutes and 30 seconds. You have to expect that the jungler is going to be hovering on you, but oh noes! They get the smite in, trying to clear this out. Oh, he flashes the cocoon and says, I have a jungler in my back pocket too.
Well, Kevin wasn't level 3. He tried to smite a minion to get level 3 during the gank, and he didn't hit level 3. Got to time that experience
better. Took a little bit longer.
Hey.
Oh. Saying, get out of here. Just one last kick out the door. Kevin doesn't want any more pressure on his mid laner. You see another just aggressive Blitz Fist. They know they can't do too much damage to Haramer. Feng Shen is kind of stopping the event horizon on him and saving it for that Alliance hit.
Goofy looking support. Big guy. It's crazy.
Technically, then he's goofy in mid.
Kevin used all his spells. He's going to try and jump in on him.
Oh, from the Fog of War. Punch right in the side of the head. Kevin finds RC/Slash the other side. I don't even think he knew he was going to be there. Ooh. He was like, yeah, I got somewhere to drop to now.
Convenient.
Yeah.
Right there, RC/Slash. If he wanted to counterattack, would have had to reach all the way onto the other side, then the flash would have saved him. So Kevin with a really nice escape right there. Some successful counter jungling. Both these guys getting real low in the mid lane.
That's what we like to see. They've been at each other's necks the entire, since the entirety of these games. Kenny Yu taking some damage, 5-4. He should be leveling quite soon off of this siege, so he shouldn't be too far behind. But Kenny, he's not been having the most fun time. He's trying to counter jungle and get some back.
Yeah, I Kenny Yu up in the top lane on Jax there. I like the Jax pick against Mundo because I think you should pick hyper carries against Mundo since he's not very good at shutting people down. Surprisingly, Jakiro was farming quite well early on in the game. Let's see if they can catch Jakiro.
Ooh, he's blowing the flash. He didn't have too much mana for that, so good aggression just for being in lane.
Kevin, though, has spent much more time than usual ganking. He's out of mana just now hitting level 4, but was level 3 during that gank. He's a little behind. You
see Best in SJ farming with the rockets. He does not want to get close. Haramer's been hitting those Blitzcrank hooks. Splitting the uprights with that one. So close.
Yeah, that was one of those where he threw a hook out right as a minion was dying.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a hook that the enemy was calculating would go through because they thought the minion was shielding it. That's why it just about worked.
No sixes here. A good dodge, but he takes the body slam damage. Both of them going back and forth. So level 6 first for Evertan. And Z/Slash will get it here under the turret. So no big deal. Looks like Evertan's going to go ahead and get himself a ward down just below himself so he can stay safe and these engagements.
Yeah, Z/Slash with a very defensive Gragas build this time. Dorn Shield and an early Cloth Armor as well. There's a point-blank hook.
Yeah, they only really went a few feet. Looks like they'll have a good stun here. Locktran just on the outside, but so is Kevin.
Still got a bunch of damage down, though. Feng Shen definitely being counter-aggressive. Don't get too crazy. Kevin's in the brush.
That didn't do any damage almost.
Yeah.
He's still just trying to harass with the auto attacks. Feng Shen being the one in front is pretty scary.
He's got 2 points in his Q and 2 points in his Event Horizon. I kind of expect him to put a lot more points into his Event Horizon. He's really just going to try and use it for that instantaneous crowd control. But it doesn't really add any damage at all in a gank. So look out. Where's the stun? There's stun.
Oh, they're not going to be able to get everyone in the Event Horizon. Just Kevin after the cocoon and the kill. First blood going over to Alliance.
And it was yet another hook by Harama right there. Harama in that one.
You had it.
Harama?
Ha. It's like you're laughing first.
Ha, Ramer.
Yeah.
Thank you. My apology to Haramer for getting his name wrong.
It's one of those, like Azure. You're just going to get it. It'll come. 7 minutes, 30 seconds into this game. A quick attack there by Evertan. So using all that damage usually means he's not going to go for his ulti. So trying to get as much harass down as possible. You can see Arxie's mitigating quite well against all that damage. Feng Shen not having too good in the bottom lane. He actually got a few steps on that one too. It's nice.
Whoa! So close to being a bunch of damage. If that ball breaker would have landed, they may have just killed him afterwards.
Domino.
Whew.
They're
Closer
really
than it seems.
getting out of these very, very closely. Just by the skin of their teeth so far. 1,000 gold in the lead. Bluecaster minions setting themselves up quite nicely, but the game has not really swayed either way just yet. The BS swords being picked up. That was the last bit of mana by Arxie.
Yeah, setting themselves up for success is what Bluecaster minions are doing right now. Jax farming away in that top lane is going to be a damage monster come later. And we're really just going to have to wait and see how that Veigar support pick works out. In the lane, they need gank support if they want to turn any type of kill around. And he's going to have to be completely on point with that Event Horizon stun to make an impact. It's a very high cooldown, single impact spell.
Right.
In a sense, it's kind of the way Blitzcrank functions as well. It's like you throw out the hook. If it's a good hook, good job.
Oh, he can't follow up on the damage. Oh, he can.
Didn't seem like it for a second, though.
He got it.
It was a nice ult by Locktran to try and stop the damage from Evertan. That's the second time, actually, he's been able to catch Locktran out in 3 games.
Yep. They keep their options open. If they see that they can take it, they will not hesitate. That's what I love about these collegiate teams. See, look at this. They're like, yeah, we're in range. We can kill him. All right, just take the turret. He ran away.
Windows have been getting dove more and more into their turret lately. Healed up to full though. Kevin.
Whoa, you're not that tanky, Kevin.
Wow.
This is going to be a bad situation for him, and he's going to go down to that ignite. He knows it. Whoopsies.
Yeah, not much to say about that. He got over-aggressive. Jakiro, steady hand.
2 levels behind there,
Yeah.
so you got to be careful at how hyphy you want to get, as Boy would say. RC Slash going in.
Whoa! Really? He wanted to burn the flash, because if he didn't get that, they would have chained it with the Veigar stun, and Vi was behind as well.
Good
I
call.
do have to say, though, Arxie Slash is getting beasted in lane by Evertan. That Zed is far ahead in farm. And Feng Shen, oh, nice turn, maybe!
Oh, very nice. Can they get in range for the last hit, though? The passive is down from Haramer, and it looks like Feng Shen takes the same amount of damage. It's all up to the AD carries now, and SJ has that mana pool.
Yikes. Right there. Feng Shen almost blew through everything, but I think the Vi ult hit before, sorry, the Jinx ult hit before the Veigar ult, otherwise it would have been an execution.
See, back down to the bottom lane. His top lane's getting a little bit of love. See SJ taking some. Oh, they going hard onto this one. They're going to be able to repel out the damage when Kevin needs to. Actually, he should be good on this.
Oh. Correct.
Yeah.
Jakiro gets ignited.
Yeah, that's going to be painful. Nice job, Locktran, coming in to lock that up and stop the kill from being secured.
This could be a big game for Mundo. We got a couple things fighting against each other right now. Bottom lane doing bad for SGD, but Jakiro is doing great.
Yeah, he is really making the plays for his team. There's somebody that they need as well, especially what's been happening to Arc Slash and mid. Evertan is just really having his way, has the red buff and can keep on him.
He keeps slamming into him. And he's trying to get a bait with Locktran. Evertran, let's see the plays.
There was, oh, the Death Mark dodges out a majority of that damage. Z-Slash, no, he does not go down just yet. Seeker's arm guard, keeping him healthy. Haramer, ooh. I bet you if he had his flash up, he would have gone for it.
He would have went for that one.
Flash
His flash
attack.
is down. Oh man, Evertan with some moves right there. Escaping that one on Zed.
You can see the comfort of his
3 picks
set.
in a row. You know, he's so in his zone right now. on Zed. That's really important in best of threes like this. If you can get the same champion all 3 times, you're usually very successful in game 3.
Locking it down. Kevin and Haramer are trying to go for this dragon. It doesn't look like they'll have too much to worry about. Good block there, Q and shield on the Rocket. So they're safe. Chompers kind of hesitate to get back into lane, but they'll be all right. Right now it's 74-76 in that lane. But there's 2 deaths onto SJ, so they have been working it quite well on BCM side.
Update on support. Veigar, 3 points into Event Horizon, is now stunning for 2 seconds. It's a 3-second long cage that will stun for 2 seconds. It maxes at a 2.5-second stun, which there's not many 2.5-second stuns in the game.
No, especially that aren't ultimates.
Yeah.
A full team AoE stun, not an ultimate. Riot, please. 3-2 here in this game. 2,000 gold for BCM. And I'm excited to see how that Veigar works when they get into these fights. You got Locktran hitting people up with the assault and battery, and then you try to get to that person and you just get Event Horizon. So it's just on to the next person. Such a cool fight could be had here. There's one locked up with a Vault Breaker. Then the Event Horizon. Then the kill for Locktran. Works out pretty good.
That's the combo they've been trying to get.
It works out nice.
Lined everything up just for Locktran. It looks like he's got 15 CS, so you think he got a lot of ability power. He's only got +3. +3 ability power.
Really kicking in there.
Those Qs. Extra damage.
Ooh, a very healthy spider with Spidey sense goes in onto Locktran. It looks like he's going to come up with a kill. Oh, nice save. The Event Horizon could be the event he needed. Oh, back and forth. Oh, he still gets it. Wait a minute. Now he's in a 2v1.
There's a lot of people there.
He wants it. The execute. There's the exhaust. Get your Q to get away. No, Locktran, you're still in range. Oh.
He was out of mana, so he couldn't run.
Get the spider some shoes. 6 feet. He's got him, and he's moving him well. Lays him. Oh, no way.
It just keeps going.
Slash. It does keep going. We're going to bring the batting order back around. It's SJ's turn to go down. He tries to get a kill back, but it's a good shadow return by Ever. He's fine. That was a great fight. That was a fun fight.
Nothing to see here.
Not anymore.
Running out of the jungle.
Not anymore.
All right, so that was overall a 2-for-1. Blue Caster minions still taking a bit of control. Really, Evertan's power looking big here. Oh, so unfortunate for Locktran. He used his last bit of mana with an Eon, Kevin, and then he decided to go back for the red. For some reason, Kevin flashes past. The exhaust nearly saves him. Kevin was just waiting to get in range for that Q. Just barely does. A bit of a move speed edge there, and then nearly makes a great escape here because the rest of his team was going around to support him, but Arxie Slash timed it just right.
Huzzah!
Explosive cask. But he's down 50 CS.
These fights are fantastic. Definitely loving the action we have going on. 15 minutes into the game, 3,000 gold lead as BCM kind of chaotically going around the map now. SGD has been able to grab quite a lead with what they've been doing.
Yeah, big plays. Best in SJ, however, playing with the support Veigar, they haven't had the best luck in that.
Right.
Obviously, Alliance and Haramer have been doing very good. Got it that time. The Blitzcrank. Haramer is really just a fearful man on Blitz.
You know, we expect the playmakers to be things like Thresh that people have been talking about. That, you know, Blitzcrank kind of puts you in the scary situation and you have more options with Thresh. But Haramer's showing you that it's just the way you play it. It's about the skill you bring to the table. And like you said before, when seeing, you know, champions like Zach in the NALCS, a lot of teams don't remember how to play against something, or the little bit of timings that you tunnel in on thinking you have the advantage, but you don't.
Yeah, there's not much to remember playing against Sport Veigar, because it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
It's one of the nice things. Evertan, though, I think it's more about just knowing exactly where to be and being completely in his element is one of the most valuable things for him. This Game 3 is his best performance in lane, I think. Much like in the best of 3 that he played yesterday, even though he did play different champions in the games, his third game was the best. He destroyed LeBlanc on Zed. This time he's destroying Arxie Slash's Gragas. Without killing him. It's in the farm.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Got about 40 up in that farm. Already has a kill, able to utilize the roam already. Kevin gets hit up, but the Event Horizon really doesn't give him any utility on this fight. Bing Shen and SJ very low. Oh, the 1Q almost takes them both out. They go 2 for 1 so far, but that's the support and the 80 carry down, so BCM has the damage to follow.
And they were fighting directly under this turret. Look at RC Slash!
1, 2, 3. It's not going to be enough punches, actually. Can't get through the Fat Gragas on that one. He's a little too twisted. Oh, they do! Haramer coming up big once again.
Really trying to carry right there with Blitzcrank. Misplay by Kevin in the turret. Locktran got one back for himself on Vi. Crazy fight, but every time we see a little bit of these crazy fights, a little bit of an edge goes back to Blue Caster minions. Oh,
very nice flash forced out there. Every time we've come up here, it was Kevin forcing the flash onto Jakiro, and now it's Kenny Yu. Looks like he wants a little bit more.
Don't overstay.
Yeah.
Jakiro packs a wall up under that turret. Kenny
get
knows
those
his place.
slows
He's got a
down.
lifesteal back up now with his Blade of the Ruined King, knowing that Jakiro is fully healed with his ultimate. If he's able to heal up to full, he'll be good. Let's take a replay of this last fight. The Event Horizon doesn't actually get any stunts, which is a big bad thing. That means Feng Shen doesn't have much power for the rest of this, which is why the entire fight was able to happen under the turret. And you can really just see how comfortable Evertan is. Basically under the turret the whole time and never really taking turret shots, always hitting the priority champion.
There's only been one, and I wouldn't even call it a mistake. Oh, wow. There seems to be a bit of a mistake there. Feng Shen goes down, but we saw Evertan go in on RC Slash last game where he used all of his abilities and then his ultimate. I think that was just because he thought it would have killed him in general. It wasn't a misuse. He was just like, I have this. Oops. You know, small mistake, but he's been playing top notch.
I think this was
ever
just a hook.
since. Yeah.
Right through the Event
Right
Horizon.
on the outside of it. That was
See, Feng Shen has to be so on point
It's a good
with
ward.
those Event Horizons.
It is still hard to hit people with an Event Horizon. We see Kenny Yu going down in the top lane. Good focus by Locktran there after getting his blue buff.
Jakiro's got to get involved in fights if his team wants any chance in this game.
Nobody saw that.
Didn't happen.
Oh! He still got the shadow way back here. There's the kill he wanted. Takes the shadow, but that was right towards RC Slash. He's going to go ahead and get that blue buff over to himself.
Got a face full of Gragas right at the end of that one. 500 gold goes back. Maybe that'll help RC Slash get back into this game. But really, 1-0-3, heavily farmed Mundo, needs to join the game sooner rather than later. They're down almost 5,000 gold, and their most farmed member hasn't been a part of team fights. Blue Caster minions will continue to force this game right at Sergio's dream.
Just do it.
If Jakiro doesn't make it in. Finish that turret.
Yeah! Gets it down. He may go down valiantly as well in this fight. His ultimate's coming up in a few seconds here. Maybe he can dip dodge, slalom the minions. The auto attacks, the healing is too good. Oh, no, that's it.
Damn.
That was close.
Yeah?
Too bad for that 1,000 range gap closer.
Yeah. Too bad Elise got you.
11
Now the
to
turret's
8.
in danger
You see
too.
Locktran here. He's going to do what he can.
Locktran can't defend this, I don't think.
Yeah, good call. Blue buff's coming up. They're going to go ahead. Locktran's going to transfer that over to RC Slash. Like we said, he's been getting himself some kills. He goes for the Morellonomicon build into that Seekers, which is the Zanyas, but they're finding a little bit of aggression here. At least RC got it.
Yeah, pretty key that he has that. Even though the Morellonomicon gives him some mana regeneration, it's no Athenes or Tyr. He needs the blue buff in order to get his barrels out consistently. Let's see if they can get that instant stun. Come on, Feng Shen.
Oh, max rain. That's hard to follow up on, though. Yeah.
Not the burst they were looking for.
No, it really kind of synergizes better with that Vi.
Blue Caster minions messed up a two-man Baron in the last game. I think they know they're here. They're waiting to check.
Oh, dear.
They could just go for it. This is the same thing that happened in game 2. The Baron's a little healthier this time, though. They have to fall back.
Going after Kenny. They just both jumped out of the Baron pit. Kenny's going to be going. He flashes the big part of the wall. Gets safe there. They don't tunnel onto Kenny. Looks like, or Kevin rather. We'll see what they can do.
Locktran could have used his assault battery earlier. Look at Evertan.
Whoa, Evertan, 3v1, goes in, gets the kill onto Locktran. That's the Morellonomicon, not an Ignite burning, but that's a barrel. He can't drink that much. He goes down, double kill coming in for RC Slash, and BCM with huge moves gets that fight, and now they're going to get mid. Or
These
bottom.
games are hard to keep up with, Rib. 10 to 12 right now. Lead still increasing for Blue Caster minions, and because the push has been repelled bottom, they push mid.
If they can stop this, BCM doing a great job at getting that bottom turret, opening up the map, and really getting things in their favor. 4-1 in turrets. BCM starting to take a good lead.
Yeah, but ArcZ has just gotten a whole bunch of gold, and now it is 2 people that can help them come back in this game. This is one of the big reasons right here. Very tactical fight. Wasn't quite able to dodge that Gragas ultimate, so he ate a bunch of damage. And then they tried to stick around to finish this one off, but Jakiro was too big of a man at this point. He stayed in the fight, and he was the one who needed to join the game to help his team come back.
We can see the effect.
It allowed ArcZ to get some gold. He still hasn't shopped. I think he's trying to buy like a death cap straight up or something. He's 2,700 gold. It's a little bit more if he wants his rabbit dogs, but he is sitting on a pile of cash, and he needs to convert that as quickly as possible.
Pile of cash indeed. And we look over at Evertan. He's got 9,400. He just crested to himself to the 7,700, which is the highest on the side of SGD. So Evertan's really able to be the assassin that he wanted to be coming into this game. He hasn't done too much roaming. It's really just been pushing everybody out of the lane when he gets there. And the team's been taking objectives nicely.
Oh boy.
Do they have the follow-up? There's 1, there's 2. It could be the 3rd, but he's going to get away from the cask on that. And he goes back. He's also going to get away from the zap. They're closing in from both sides. Evertan may go down, but they could easily win this fight. If his team gets in range, the zap, it hits. He does not have the death spark to use, and he gets away from the fight. It's going to be a Poland. Kevin comes up with a kill. BCM comes out of nowhere and pulls SGD off of their feet.
They lose 2 on a desperate chase of Evertan. That might be a game-altering moment right there, because Evertan, he feels amazing right now. You can see he put his Z hands behind when he's just running real fast from that talisman that came in from Haramir. Wow, and now they can go for Baron.
Huge plays. The blue caster minions coming out strong at 23 minutes into the game. It only takes them another 47 seconds to fix their eyes onto the Baron. It will go into their favor. They could go for Dragon in another 20 seconds if they wanted. Map control seemingly theirs now. Huge,
huge, huge play. Evertan stepping up at that point. And I think a very critical error, too, by ArcZ sitting on nearly 3,000 gold and then going for a fight. They thought it was going to be a pick, but it turned into a team fight, and that unspent gold really cost them.
And you see they're just living in the jungle of SGD now. There is the Talisman of Ascension going off. Kenny just kind of dancing around, swinging his baton up. And they're going to settle up for this turret in mid lane here. Posture for the attack. SGD trying to stop.
I think the smart move is to go for Dragon right here, but they're up by so much, and they have so much confidence right now and adrenaline, they might just go for a turret dive.
For a second there, I thought Evertan went in onto Loctran with an ultimate, but he goes over the wall with the shadow. He's not that crazy just yet. The team needs to be there with him. And we see Jakiro and ArcZ trying to fend them off as the front line, and it's not the best front line to have for SGD right now with their turrets.
Doing the Z split push right now. He is an unstoppable force. So powerful. He feels untouchable too right now, because he just juked the entire team of Sergio's Dream. They should really go for that Dragon, but they're going to continue this pressure on the split push because they have it set up right now.
And that juke is what SGD thinks about when you see them going after Evertan. They kind of stay. Oh no, Tran,
dear.
He did this last time.
Goodbye.
The death mark is still there. That would have been 500 or more damage. You can see Loctran knowing this is not good for the team.
That's the tilt facepalm right there. You say, why did I do that? I knew better of it. And he did. Loctran is an amazingly good player. He just is trying desperately to stop Evertan, and nothing Sergio's Dream is doing is working.
Nope, you give Evertan a chance, and he will take it right away, not giving you a second to think or breathe on it. Jakiro going to turn the corner. It's not exactly what they want. We'll see what Z/ has for Evertan. It's going to be a fight at the top and possibly a fight in the bottom. Haramir going very low. Feng Shen, he's going to be forced out of the fight, but he hasn't been too much damage overall throughout the game. Jakiro now trying to come in. SJ is forced to stay in the base, or at least on the backside, and they just can't follow through with the damage.
Yeah, Elise got a little too antsy going for that kill. There was still a collapse from Sergio's Dream coming down. That may stall at the split push for a little while longer as far as the base turrets are concerned. The ping finally goes down on the Dragon.
Looking very good for BCM here. They faltered a little bit coming into their loss, but this is not something that they're thinking about in this game. Now picking up Dragon, everybody in the game, actually that average level 15. But
it was a nice Elise stun. It set up the Blitzcrank pull very well, but then that was actually a pretty good event horizon by Feng Shen. he didn't end up dying out of all this. It was just a nice kill by Best of SJ. Nobody saw the Jinx ultimate. He still got the kill anyway. And it was a nice pickup. It's what's repelled that push and bought them a bit more time on that Baron buff, which is about to expire pretty soon, I believe. They got 1 minute left on that Baron buff.
So Feng Shen on the Veigar pick, trying to bring out something new. And it seems like it would work a little bit better when things are happening on your terms, because when that event horizon is down, BCM, they don't wait a second to go in on the fight. Looks like Jakiro gets pulled in on that one, and Talisman of Ascension is used the other way.
Pull the Mundo. Wrong guy. Back away. Luckily, they're far enough ahead that that was not a critical mistake. Jakiro just walked away.
Still trying to formulate items here on the side of SGD. It's been the pickaxe and the zeal that was kind of pieced together, but there's still no second finished item 27 minutes into the game here for SJ. His Vayne games were much more profitable for him.
Yeah, this Jinx picks is something they have practiced in the past. You could see they tried to pull off, once a Veigar stun landed, it was all about, all right, Dark Matter, Veigar ultimate, you use that with the Jinx, Zap, and then the Super Mega Death Rocket.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to 100-0 an enemy opponent, but one of the things that happened is Blitzcrank got so far ahead, he was able to get a lot of health and also some magic resistance from that Aegis of the Legion he's sitting on right now. And that burst potential was completely lost. They ended up just getting ganked, bullied, and hooked.
Looks like BCM is looking to sign off on this game. We see the red elixir being popped by Evertan as he goes into the fight. He's looking for maximum damage. iKennyU comes from the side. He gets a double stun on Counter-Strike to Feng Shen and Arc-C Slash. They go back to the end. A great event horizon stops the initiation, but the fight is still going to continue.
They dove deep right there. It is just a 1-for-1, actually. Kenny did not expect him to follow that far in. Bastion SJ with double buffs as well. Scary Jinx, if he were to get a couple kills and get excited, he could chase something down.
So it looks like the event horizon does do good work for him. Keeps him out of the base. Kenny goes down in that fight, but so did Arc-C. So a lot of power kind of taken away from both sides here. Let's see how they manage each other's abilities. Trying to go for that long-range stun once again, but I don't think they would have wanted that.
Remember, this is a 12,000 gold lead by Blue Caster Minions. So if they were to fight on even terms, it completely goes in the side of Blue Caster Minions. However, they're putting themselves in some very dangerous situations, diving so heavily through that turret. They do have to be careful not to let their adrenaline get to them, knowing, you know, they're a couple minutes away, if they play their cards right, from being the North American Collegiate Champions.
A lot of pressure on the Feng Shen here. He's really a lot of the peel once Evertan gets himself past the first amount of crowd control. That exhaust could be a huge play if they can get that up. Keep SJ alive. Keep Arc-C Slash alive. But that's all we're talking about, is how hard is it going to be for them to do that. BCM so far ahead, like you said, 12,000, almost on to 13,000 gold now as we breach 30 minutes in the game. And even top lane, iKennyU bigging up the red elixirs. These guys are trying to sign off on the rest of this game.
The elixirs are clear tell that they're going for more. They bring many multiples more gold value than they do cost, because it is a temporary buff of stats. Elixir of Fortitude on iKennyU. He feels strong on Jax, despite his team really carrying him here in this game. 0-4-2, but he's been able to get his items because he's been able to farm. And the global gold just came in for his team as well, so he's quite strong. Evertan getting jumped on, though. No Jax.
It's going to be a close one. Kevin very far into the fight. Z-Slash taking a huge amount of front-end damage there. Has to use the barrel to get it out. Evertan is still alive with the GA to be proc. Jakiro is the focus down now. He flashes. They don't decide to tunnel. It was a good try for the trinket and going for the grab.
And they get a 2-0 in a 4v5. iKennyU says, great job, team. Let's push mid. Now they're going for that middle inhibitor.
They definitely got the gung-ho faces on as they make their way down mid with a purple caster wave. It doesn't look like they're going to use it, though.
Timer on Baron right there.
Yeah.
Kevin knows what he wants right here. Hard to contest because Locktran is dead and Gragas is dead, the two people who would theoretically steal the Baron. Great timing, great call.
See, BCM taking a deep breath right now. Knows this is going to be quite in their favor. We'll see his fight coming in onto Evertan.
Evertan is just untouchable. Like, he had a GA this whole time. Gets some decent damage down. Dodges out of the body slam and the Q, and then Arc-C Slash is kind of trapped in there. Evertan came back in and was able to finish him off. Also, Alliance was completely untouched. When, you know, when SGD used all their initiation on a GA to Z and they didn't even catch him, they didn't have much left. It didn't matter that it was a 4v5.
Seeing how good Everton is doing. 267, 8, 2, and 4. We talked a little bit about Gragas and the play that he still is a champion that has to get himself going. He's not just going to carry the late game. He provides good zoning, but we can see that he can be put back.
Yeah, and he went Zani's Hourglass because he's worried about getting assassinated by Zed.
He had to build for mitigation.
But right now he's sitting with no magic penetration and no Rabadon's death cap. Two of the key things for Gragas to burst people. It's just not been a very good pick. You know, they locked that in first as well.
Right, that was high priority for them.
Things. And they played a few mind games, obviously, but, you know, why mind game when you know Everton's going to play Zed 3 games in a row?
Yeah.
The
Are you really
matchup
beating that Zed
didn't work in Game 2. It is not working in Game 3. It actually seems like Everton is just getting more and more comfortable with the matchup, and he's been dominating.
Well, with the map flying objective free, Baron and Dragon are down. They are going to go for the structures now. The Chompers being out are only going to be so long. The minion waves are quite far off, so both teams here to stare each other in the eye before that mistake is made. Kenny taking a lot of damage.
Kenny's playing with house money right now. His team has done amazingly this game. He's 0-2. It's like, I'll tank the turret for you guys. Don't worry. I know you're good without me.
Let's get the quick Annie up. Get themselves in on the next hand. 33 minutes into the game. It could be the first inhibitor turret going down. The culling goes out to pressure them off the turret.
Good damage.
There's some Alliance shots onto the turret. The Event Horizon is going to be down. They were really waiting for that. They're going to get some more shots in here.
Pretty good zone control from Napa. Once it's gone, they have no support peeling up. One high impact spell, and that's down. It's basically a 4v5. That's why Blue Cashmans went in. Last fight.
RC Slash throws down the ultimate. They're trying to focus down onto Kevin. Everton gets out. He does not get hit by the Event Horizon, and he is still going strong. This is going to be it. BCM is shredding down SGD in the base. 22-13, 34 minutes into the game. The inhibitor is now going to fall. 40-minute death timers could mean BCM, the best team NA College.
33 minutes, 45 seconds. The Nexus turrets are going down. Feng Shen wants to stop him, but what's he going to do? This is the game, Ray.
It is not going to be enough. You see Haramer on Blitzcrank, 2 awesome games in a row. Everton on the front line playing beautifully for the BCM. Blue Caster Minions of the University of Washington coming out as the North American Collegiate Champions.
Congratulations to the Blue Caster Minions again in the semifinals and the finals. Came down from a 0-1 to win it 2-1. They just know how to stick in it with 3-game sets. Everton has got to be my MVP for this one. He just came out 3 games in a row on Zed. Solid performances throughout. Crazy jukes as well. High pressure situation, good move.
Like you said, coming in very strong with Zed. I was surprised that he didn't draw a ban on that. But it kind of worked out in his favor that it was a bit of a lackluster game and then somewhat of a better game because it didn't put the threat in the eyes of Sergio's Dream. But then they realized in Game 3, it's not the pick they should have let go through. The Blitzcrank as well from Haramer was just absolutely amazing.
There's only so much you can take out at the end of the day. And just the fact that they went really with the champions that they were most comfortable with. It wasn't about fancy counterpicking. It wasn't about those crazy matchups. Zed, Blitzcrank, Elise, Lucian, 3 games in a row as well for him. You know, Alliance played well as well. Can't take away from him. It is a team effort, you know. And congratulations, University of Washington, Blue Caster Minions.
Yeah, this is actually a repeat of the semifinals for Blue Caster Minions. So they're kind of reliving the dream here. They're feeling it once again. They know all too well what this was like for them. And really to have, like I said, such a road to travel and get here through 500 teams, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey for these guys. It's nice for them to be able to do that. Where does the collegiate scene necessarily fit in? You know, these guys are very strong. We saw before the entire event how it was Daydreaming and Kiwi Kid have also played in the collegiate scene in the past. Some of these guys could be good enough to make it into the LCS very soon.
Yo, absolutely. We saw Harmer's blitz hooks, but absolutely we have to just talk about the scene in general. What happened here? Like we said, 500 teams competing through 2 collegiate organizations, and you can see how proud the Blue Caster Minions are just to be receiving their medals. We showed you the medals a little bit earlier. Quite a prize.
Yeah, there's their reward. You can see Steve Jaworski organized so much of this, trying to give away his reward. They're $100,000 in scholarships divided amongst these 4 teams.
The top 4 teams are going to be grabbing that, and it, like we said, the first ever unified championship here. Teams from Ivy Lowell and the CSL coming together. It was a huge just work put in by everybody. I can't think of the right word that actually does it justice, but I'm going to have to go with that because I'm kind of just blown away right now.
Yeah, you can see them getting the rewards on the stage, of course. Blue Caster Minions from the University of Washington. You know, quite an accomplishment for them.
It is. You have to consider, right? College is a pretty big thing. You got to put that aside a little bit. You got to control yourself with 5 guys for an extended amount of time, and they were able to do that. It seemed like the stage was somewhere they felt comfortable.
Yeah, at least for games 2 and 3.
Yeah.
They were yet to win a game 1. Definitely slow starters. If these guys want to eventually make it to the LCS, these players got to learn how to play those best of ones a little bit better. But
right.
Across the long series, just the ability to get comfortable, the ability to continue to play, definitely showing.
And Sergio's dream, of San Jose, they're kind of the hometown favorites here. So the Blue Caster Minions from the University of Washington had a little bit more of a travel. They knew they didn't want to go home with a loss. It's something they put in their minds.
Collegiate champions, University of Washington, Blue Caster Minions!
Fans giving them the recognition right there. A little bit of stage fright, obviously. Got to come out properly there. They're reserved guys getting the ovation. Nick Allen over in the corner as well, helped to organize a lot of this.
Yep.
Blue Caster Minions, Kevin, double N.
There's some love. A lot of people came out from the schools to support their friends. A lot of people came down, absolutely loving the experience here at the LCS studios, and to hold the collegiate championship here was obviously nothing less than amazing.
Yeah.
To see the teams actually get to perform on stage is something that they loved. It's a first experience for a lot of them as well. You don't usually get your fans cheering for you in a seat. Usually it's just on Skype or vent in the background.
Pretty cool experience, a precursor to maybe the next level of competitive play for these guys. You know, we saw Michael Sherman was an interview at the top of the show, helped organize so much of this. So many people put a lot of work into the North American Collegiate Championships. To kind of see it come to fruition is a big deal.
Yeah, it's been one of the craziest collegiate, that's the first one, but the games that we've commentated here.
These were really exciting games, I have to say.
Leading up to this was good.
There was a few mistakes coming in, but overall, it was fairly coordinated aggression throughout. Very aggressive teams.
That's what we like.
And they were good games.
They were very good games. Like I said, the collegiate ones just giving us a little bit more. The blood, sweat, and tears. Everything got left on the Rift. All right, guys, that does it for the first ever North American Collegiate Championship. But don't worry, we've got more league action coming your way in just 4 days as Week 7 of the LCS kicks off over in Europe.
Yeah, the day begins early at 9:30 a.m. PST, 6:30 Central European Time with the brand new LCS preview show. Then the pros take to the Rift half an hour later, with Alliance hoping to keep Fnatic's free fall going.
Then, after the LCS pros leave the stage, the second Challenger Series Spring Series spins up with 2 play-in matches.
The LCS preview show kicks off at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Time. The European LCS kicks off right at 10 a.m. Pacific.
Make sure you're
7 p.m. Central European Time.
That is correct. Now it's time to say goodbye from our Manhattan Beach studio. So for myself, Jack, the entire live broadcast crew, congratulations to the Blue Caster Minions. Thanks for watching. They're going to go. Yeah, they're in. Yellow Pete, he again gets the wild gold, but it doesn't last too long. They're going to trade back onto one. No, not yet. Snoopy goes down there. Finally, Sneaky gets hit up too hard. Pobelter's on the backside. The clone comes out from high. He's passive. They're trading back and forth, but the ace is going to be all she wrote coming in for Cloud9.
You land a good ball. If I go in, do you can you ball me?
They got coming. Remember that they're 5 and you guys are 3.
Go, go, go.
Nice.
LeBlanc's at 1%. LeBlanc's dead. Walk forward. Yo, whiz. I exhausted whiz. Yo, back up. We're fine. We got this. Yeah, we got this.
ManCloud looking to kill Cutie Pie.
Good damage, and the knock-up's going to stop the culling, but I feel like ManCloud doesn't have the durability to win this fight. Misses the glitter lance, and Cutie Pie wins the fight.
There's the initiation, back onto Alliance. He gets out of the horrible, unspeakable horror, and it looks like they keep going for the fight. Locktran's gonna go down. That's 2. Kenny, you coming up big. Woo! Back to the backside. He gets down, Big Shed. The quadra kill coming in for Kha'Zix, and it's gonna be a beautiful finish by BCM.
Okay.
Oh my god!